Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to come on. It's early in the morning here. I got up, I just did my meditation, I pulled cards, and a message came to me about something that I've been struggling with, and I wanted to talk to you about it because you may be struggling with it as well. And I know better, but we're all human, and sometimes we can get off of our path, especially if it's around something that we deeply, deeply desire. So today I want to talk to you about how manifestation works, how you take something from an idea, a conception, a desire, and a dream, and how it works when you try to bring it into the dense physical world in the hopes that you remind yourself that you could be on the right track and not even know it. So, the outer world is like a mirror. I've talked to you guys about this many, many times, but I've also talked to you guys about the fact that when you are trying to manifest something, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens underneath the surface before you're able to even realize clues in your physical world that things are starting to move in the right direction that you want. I'll give you an example. For instance, there is something really, really big that I want to happen within my business. There's a lot of things that I'm doing to make this thing happen for myself. However, when I look at the evidence of what my efforts are producing in my physical world, it feels like I'm doing a lot of stuff and I'm not getting the results. I'm sure you've been there. You may be there now. And it was very frustrating for me until I snapped myself back into reality and realized that, remember, your physical world is a lagging measure. Whenever you want something to come into the material existence, you have to realize that because physical energy is so dense, the time between what you think and what you manifest is not always instantaneous. And in fact, it is congruent to how much you believe that you're worth the thing that you want, how much you really believe that it's possible for you to have it, and how much you really are intending on getting it. Sometimes we say we want stuff and we don't really intend fully that we are worthy or that it is possible for us to have what it is that we want. So once you decide that you want something in your life, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in, will conspire to help you get what it is that you want. Now, things start happening underneath the surface. Energy starts shifting. Molecules start moving around. There's things that start happening to start to create a path for you to move through to get closer and closer to the thing that you want to manifest. However, what you see when you get serious about something that you want in your life is that, hey, I got serious about it, I'm doing it, why am I not seeing anything happen? And what happens a lot, because it was just happening to me, is that you get discouraged that you aren't manifesting or seeing the needle move on the dial toward the things that you feel like you've been putting a lot of effort into. When in fact it is. It's just all happening in a way that you can't see it. And so what will happen is you'll get discouraged. And this is what happens. So all that motivation that you had and you poured into, you may notice that because manifestation lags a little bit, that you get some sort of reward. There's some sort of effort for whatever it is that you did. But it comes a little bit later. It could come a week later, it could come a month later, but it comes later. And by the time that thing has come up, you've already shifted back into doubt, lack, frustration, because it didn't happen how and when you wanted it to. So guess what's going to happen now? That is also a lagging measure. So that attitude that you adopted when you started to get a little bit discouraged because things weren't happening on your timeline are going to start to manifest in a lagging way, maybe 2 weeks, a week, I don't know, but it'll start to manifest, and you'll notice that you go through highs or you accomplish a little bit of a goal, then you go through lows. You go through highs, you go through lows. So it always seems like you're not getting what it is that you dream of, what it is that you desire. And so I want to give you some tips on how I recalibrated myself in hopes that it'll help you through this message this morning. And what you have to know, now that you know that the reality that you experience on the day-to-day is not indicative of things that are going on under the surface, that your manifestations are a lagging measure. What you see is not always what really is. And so if it's something that you really want and it's something that you really intend to have for yourself, you have to hold the vision for yourself. You have to keep the faith for yourself. You have to understand that if you don't see things happening, you have to trust. This is the big key here. You have to trust that God is working on your behalf to help you get what it is that you want. And the more that you can be consistent behind what it is that you desire without ever giving up on yourself, without ever giving up on faith, the more that you can hold that vision for yourself and be consistent, you will see your dream materialize. You will see that the things that you want to manifest don't go through highs and lows, or you will see that you don't have times where you stop and start, or maybe wait for me is like the biggest metaphor. This is the one I always share with you guys, because when you start to try to lose weight, you don't often see that there's a lot of things happening within your body to help you lose weight before you even step on the scale. By the time you step on the scale, there's so many things that have happened in your body a week ago, a month ago, that your body is still digesting, processing, metabolizing, that the scale is a lagging measure of whatever was already happening inside of your body that you can't see. And that's how life essentially works. So don't lose faith on your vision. Hold space for your vision. Don't get frustrated with your vision. If you have a desire to have something, if you have something on your heart that you know is meant for you, that in and of itself means that it is possible for you. And the number one thing that you can do to have what you want is to hold space for that dream and to hold faith that you will get it, that you can have it, and not worry about how it's going to happen, not worry about when it's going to happen, but just stay focused on what it is that you want and why you want it.